Welcome back, guys, for week 3 of our meat bird experiment. I fully intended on doing a video last night, and I came up here and we had a storm rolling in, and I was just trying to hurry up and get it done. So it's been exactly a week since my last video, and we'll do the weigh-ins here. I hope you guys liked my goldfish video. For that video, I'll put a link down below in the description. I just went and checked on them. It's been 3 days. And that storm that came in last night was an absolute torrential downpour. And made me a little worried about them because the rain barrels were completely overflowing. It was pouring so hard that the overflow system was unable to keep up. The good news and the bad news. Good news is there were no dead fish that I found. The bad news is I could only see 2 fish still in my one rain barrel. So I don't know if they spilled out the top when it was overflowing or what. My blue rain barrel, I could see at least 3 fish that are a little harder to see in there because that water has a slight tint to it, because there's a walnut tree directly above it, and the water seems to get a little bit of a tint to it, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's at least 3 in there. So I may pick up a few more, but the good news is I didn't see any dead ones, anyone floating at the top, so I'm encouraged by that. So anyway, we're here to do the meat chickens, for an update on the meat chickens. I wanted to touch real quick on my chicken tractor here. It has been working really well. I use the landscape here to work with me. So I start up here at the top of the hill and I actually slowly work down. So I'm using gravity to help me move it. And it's not that big of a deal at all. You can see here that after a few days, the chickens kind of learn that all they care about is eating. So they all move to the front of the tractor when I get here. So that allows, when I move the tractor, all the birds are in the front, so I have to worry about running them over in the back. And that's first thing I do is move the tractor. Not only does that help with the birds being in the front, so I don't run them over, but also when I go ahead and step in there, I don't have any manure or anything I'm stepping in. It's a fresh patch of grass. But I'll show you that here in just a second. Another thing I wanted to let you know was with the chicken tractor, I am now on my second batch of chickens. They are completely vulnerable up here in my orchard. The house is nowhere near, and they're right next to the woods right here. And I know that there's been raccoons and possums. They hear them, they smell them, and nothing has penetrated the chicken tractor yet. So far the security has been great. That's not to say that I won't eventually have a problem, but I know something has had to try to get to them, and I haven't lost a single bird to that. This week, week 3, I've had 0 losses. Both slow grower white broiler and the Cornish cross are doing excellent. You can see they're hungry right now. But anyway, to get you guys a little bit of an idea where they are at. So anyway, you see here, they're up here in my field, and they are completely exposed. I can't even see them from my house. So they're up here all by themselves, and all day long they could be attacked by something or have something trying to get in there and get to them. And so far, everything has held up great. You see how they all come to the front? For the most part, they're all right here at the front door. And as soon as I open the door, they'll come flying out the door. But all they want's food, so as soon as I step in there with their feed, they run right back in. They're not wild at all. I mean, most people that raise broiler chickens know that. But I know in my one video, it looked like they escaped when I picked it up. They didn't go anywhere. They just ran right back in. But anyway, I'll go ahead and move this and I'll show you. Alright. There they are. Alright, like I said, as soon as I open this door, they're all going to come flying out. But they ain't going to go anywhere. They just want this feed right here. Come on, guys. Come on guys, get out of the way. Come on. I apologize guys, it is getting dark out, but let me show you a difference here. Let me see. This would be a Cornish cross. See how big it is. And a slow growing white broiler. I would say it'd be this one. Try to get here in front of the camera better. The Cornish cross is substantially bigger, but that is to be expected. Three weeks, 1 day old. So anyway guys, I did have a pretty busy weekend. I didn't get that chicken tractor built. It is my goal to for sure have it done here within the next couple days. I need to get these guys separated. And as you see here, I got 49 chickens in this chicken tractor, which isn't too bad right now, but these guys are only getting bigger and they're gonna run out of room pretty quick. And I'm gonna get these guys separated ASAP, and I am going to get that done. And I believe I have all the parts I need. I just need to get a little bit of time to put it all together, which, you know, isn't a small project, but it, you know, it might take a half a day or so to build it. Like I said, hopefully this weekend coming up. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh these guys, get an average weight, see how much they've grown within the week, and we'll go from there. All right, I got the Cornish cross. £5 pounds, 0.6 ounces. Okay, I'll get the slow growing white broilers. Now slow growing white broilers, significantly smaller. What we got? 2 pounds, 2 ounces. And one thing I wanted to mention with these slow growing white broilers is that they do not need their feed rationed. The Cornish cross, it is recommended that you ration their feed 12 hours on, 12 hours off to help prevent them from growing too fast. I only feed them like this once a day, and then I encourage them to eat the grass, and they seem to be doing okay. Another thing is the slow growing white broilers are, they do well in higher elevations, where I guess the Cornish cross struggle. So if you live in a high elevation, you may want to look into these birds here. But you can see there's a significant growth difference, and like I keep saying, that is to be expected. But anyway, I'm going to run these numbers and see what they are per bird, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I went ahead and worked out the weights. The growth has definitely slowed down this week. You see here on week 3, I have an average weight for the Cornish cross at 1 pound, 6.7 ounces. The slow growing white broilers are now 11.53 ounces. Pretty significant difference, but you see the Cornish cross only grew a little over, they grew about 1.5 ounces. I am just randomly selecting these birds out of here. So there's, you know, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not selecting them at all. Just the first ones I see, I grab, I pick up, and I weigh them out. So they have leveled off a little bit, but there's the data. Take it for what it's worth, and I guess we'll just keep on going and see what happens. So anyway, week 4 next week. So we'll just keep going along with this experiment, And I'm going to get that second chicken tractor built and get these guys separated, and I'll measure the feed out a little bit better and get kind of a comparison. It won't be exact, but just get a rough idea on how much feed they are consuming. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. If you could, please like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. And tomorrow is the 4th of July, so happy Independence Day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.